Hello and welcome. Have you ever been bullied? Do you know what it means to be bullied, what it looks like? Or maybe you're someone that is the bully. To bully someone is to belittle them, is to put them down, to tease them. Another form of bullying is having a conversation with someone and their phone rings and they abruptly stop talking to you, almost ignoring you, and then going on the phone. It's like a child wanting to show mommy or daddy something they did at school, but they both have their ears plugged to a phone. Another form of bullying is someone thinking that you'll never make it, but they feel that it's important that they dictate to you what you have to do. Does it stop? It only stops when you have an awareness of it. In grade school back in the 80s, teachers found it the only way to do was to bully. I got bullied. I was told I was dumb and said out loud to the whole class. The teacher even had a place in the classroom where all those people that were dumb sat at the back, so you knew. And it taught other children in the school that it was okay to tease me and to poke me. What do you do as a child? How do you cope with that? And then you go home and there's a similar pattern there, but you don't know you're being bullied. Why would your parents or your siblings bully you? Then I went into high school and I thought, well, my brother goes to high school. He'll take care of me. But he bullied too. And he bullied me well. And it's very hard through high school. I had to stand there frozen, pretending that what he was saying was they weren't talking to me. He wasn't talking to me. Frozen in time. And it taught me that if I wanted to survive in this world, I had to be stronger than a bully. I had to be stronger than what people were saying to me. And when you grow up being hurt, it becomes a pattern. It was easy for me to reach out and hurt other people. And a lot of times it was unconscious. So school and home, if they are not your safe place, then where is it? What do you do? It wasn't easy, and I'm sure for all the people there listening who have been bullied, it wasn't easy, and it isn't easy. Abuse is bullying. So I became the bully. I had to become powerful instead of feeling so powerless. I had to stand my ground and speak louder. I remember as a child pushing people away, pushing children, and not realizing that's what I was doing. I was being a bully. And it's not like everyone is a bully. People are not mean people. They just have weird behaviors. And behaviors that it's all unconscious because it's so ingrained in us that the only way you wake up is when someone slaps you hard enough across the face. Someone that loves you and they slap you so hard that you wake up. It almost is like a jolt. And that happened to me a couple of times. And I thought, no one will ever lay a hand on me again. But it just created more anger and more fear in me, going, is the world really this way? I didn't realize that everything that was happening to me was for me. And the slap in the face was the first indication that did wake me up rudely. So I had to learn, how do I move away from being the bully? And that's what I did, is I looked in the mirror and I went, who are you? Why do you have these behaviors? Where did they come from? And then it's the deep dive within me, wondering, where did they come from? And then I looked back at my childhood and I saw the patterns there. And I saw the patterns that were in the family I grew up in. We were trained to do it. It was easy to do. Easy as breathing. Friends of mine had 7 children, and it was such a loving family. Everyone cared for everyone. Everyone was kind and spoke kindly to each other. That was not the case in my household. And I looked at that and I said, well, what's wrong? Why can't I have people around me who are kind and loving? Kind of hard when I was not kind and loving to myself. So I had to move out of that place. I had to begin to change my behavior. It was a slow process. I was in sales in the 90s, where women usually stay at home. In a man's world, it was tough. I had to fight, I had to be strong. My boss came to me and said, you know, Christine, people are afraid of you because you're so overpowering and aggressive with them. And being in sales is a good place to be in, because then my clients always got the upper hand, because no one would even try to begin to fight with me, because I would win. But that's not a way to live life. So it was now I had to stop trying to win and just trying to be. And how do you do that when you don't know? It's not like I was given a book of directions and here, go figure it out. So I started, one step at a time. One of my first teachers said, you know, Christine, the hardest person that you've ever run across is yourself. The one who judges you the most is yourself. And when you can stop judging yourself, when you can start being kind and caring, and speak to yourself with kindness, the way you would like to be spoken to, then your world will slowly start to change. And I'm still on that path, and I've been on that path for the last 50 years. Finding that place within myself where I can live in peace with myself and with the people around me, and really realizing that everything is and everyone was and is a reflection of who I am and my behaviors. So the only thing I can suggest to you, whether you have been a bully or you are the one who is being bullied, stand up and believe in yourself. Know that you deserve better, and know that you can behave in a kinder way. And if you really, really want to change, then seek guidance. Find someone to help you to heal those voices in your head that are driving you crazy. Find the way to heal those parts of you that feel so powerless, that have been abused. And I can tell you, it's possible. You just have to have the desire. And I think it's more of, am I worthy of this? And of course you are. You don't have to prove yourself by fighting, by being the loudest, by being the meanest. You just need to be the kindest, the most caring and compassionate person in the room. And show people that there's a better way to speak to others, instead of belittling them and putting them down. We live in a society where we need to change, and the change comes from within. So take that time. Take the time to do what it is you need to do to help yourself to find that happiness, that peace within you. There are many things you can do. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments or send me an email, mcdowellchristine@icloud.com. You don't have to do this alone. You're not alone. If there are things that you can share, insights, tricks that helped you to move out of that place, please do post them too. And subscribe to my page. Together we can make a difference. Thank you so much for dropping by. From my heart to yours, with so much love and gratitude.